Welcome everyone, it's Vapor Drakomar. It is time. Yes, time for more Raid Shadow Legends. What did we get? Some XP brews. Now you may ask, where are we putting these XP brews on? Can you make a guess? Yes, we're putting XP brews on him. Now you may ask why. Very simple. The reason that we're putting XP brews on him is because he is a very valuable champion. Hell yeah. So I still have to keep him going. Because he's part of the prophecy, right? Kael is part of the prophecy to upgrade and become amazing. So where is our prophetic Dark Elf man? Here he is. Because yes, he's part of the prophecy. That's the thing. He's part of the prophecy. I'm trying to get him to that specific point where he's useful in a lot of content. Because that's where I'm trying to get him to. He's still getting eaten alive by this evil stuff. I figured that would happen. I probably should have just targeted him instead of the dog. But that's fine. I mean, he's still only in training, right? He still needs to get better than that. I need to figure out what gear is best for Kael. That's the real next question. Yes, this account started with El Hain, but it does not mean that the story ends there. Because the story does not end there. As I need to get him as many levels as possible to try before I can, like, get him some armor. As I need to get these other people up to par. I'm leveling him with the food so that the other guys can benefit. Go. I'm trying to get that guy to 40. Because that's where he's really going to shine. Because I saw Dirtbag Gaming and his way of doing it. You just shoot all these enemies. But yeah, this account is definitely the hard mode. The hard mode run. This is definitely the hard mode run, that's for sure. Cause see, he's gonna be the one that's the next in command. Because he's very important to the story. That's why I'm bothering to cover him. Because he has all sorts of poison, he has all sorts of great abilities, but he's only going to do this with the upgrades. Because like Elhain, like, you may have not seen all the upgrades I put on Elhain, but trust me, Elhain has a lot of upgrades. Like a lot of upgrades. So yeah, we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna do some arena stuff. I want to do something interesting. And there we have it. Raising my baby Kael. Giving him some stuff, man. But I'm going to save that for the daily quest, which is not far off to my... It's reset already. Okay, game. Okay. Well then. Well, we'll be doing more of that, but I need to keep raising my Kael. He needs aid. He needs aid. That's the thing. He needs aid, he needs armor, he needs a lot of stuff. Because, yes, levels, armor, weapons, all of that matters a lot in this game, so. That's something we're going to have to consider. This is the importance of upgrades in this game. But we're not finished yet. Because it's ironic that this account, I'm going to be farming the Kael, and I'm not going to be farming him his food. He's going to be alongside the food. But he's not food. He is a future nuker. That's what he is. He's an investment. Because that's what you have to kind of regard. Almost all really good champions, they're investments. You saw what happened when I invested all that in Vergus. He basically became unkillable. Basically. Yeah. But I have to investigate exactly what armor he needs. I'm going to shoot our way through these high elves. Because he's got a, they all got a level to something that's crazy. Level 5 is going to be the destination for most of these guys. That's going to be the destination. So yes. Yeah, we're not gonna do a hell of a lot with him until at least level 40 hits. Anyway. And he gets a lot of armor, but we won't get him to level 40 straight away, but we're gonna get him some armor. Because on this account, I can level him in Brutal. I have that luxury. Because I have the Selhane. And because this account actually developed a lot of level 60 champions. They may not be the level 60 champions everyone approves of, but they are still level 60 champions. Technically. Like, even Elhane alone can solo this whole stage. She can't solo Nightmare. That would probably be Vergus, even though that guy just died. The Vergus I have won't die like that. That Vergus I have is nearly immortal. You know, the affinity problem might be so great that Kael actually lived that. Kael actually lived that. But yeah. Oh, we're about to get a massive upgrade as well. But yeah, we're going to have to upgrade all these people. That's the truth of it. We're going to have to upgrade all of them. And first we have to check people's armor. Okay, hers is all ranked to 16. We've got a number of people's armor that's ranked to 16. Hers isn't, though. She's one of my major debuffers. That's why. Bingo. Okay. Yep, that was massive. Let's do some more arena. Start messing with them. Let's add a Vogoth to the equation. Try this on for size. Yeah. You thought that was so fun. You thought. You thought it was so fun to kill the little fledgling Kael. I'll show you pain. You thought you seen pain? Oh no. No, the pain is just beginning. Let's end your misery. Yeah. Let's check our clan achievements. We just need to fight Termite. Well, I'm going to hold off on fighting Termite. What's it going to be? Of course it is. Of course it is. Because yes, I have to buff him. $100K silver reward. I'll take it. Because guess what we're going to need all that silver for? We are going to need that to get the stuff. Because we ain't done yet. Oh no, we ain't done with this. We're going to be done with this episode, but we're not done with these champions. Because I've got to hone up a very carefully concocted piece of a set of armor just for Kael. But he's not there yet. He's not where he needs to be. But neither is his food. $10K and removed the buff. A bit harsh, honestly. So again, this guy's got to reach where he needs to be. They're like, oh, we can kill the Kael, we can win. I'm like, it's not that simple because I'm just trying to work on a rank 6. It's not that simple. Because I'm preparing a storm. There is a storm coming. for all of them. They don't see the storm. But it's coming for all of them. Look at that arrow smacking him. As these suckers, they need their aid. Go for that. I'm gonna look at that guide. Of course, he like steals my turn. And of course, he resists like everything at the same time. Of course, he does. Of course, he does. Because the food cycle begins anew, and Kael is in it. As I fight these running amok guys. I wonder what's going through their small AI skulls as they go in. You ever wonder what it's like to be an AI? Just stand there waiting for people to fight you. It's an interesting existence. An interesting and potentially boring existence. You're just waiting for people to show up. Probably get one shot. Or close to it. But yeah, he's not where he needs to be. Well, what can we do that would really... How about doing a clan boss battle? He's not ready for the clan boss, though. He really isn't. He really isn't. I mean, a lot of these other suckers aren't ready either, but... They're not ready for the termite. He's not ready. Yes, you can poison, but he needs to be minimum level 40. Minimum, and he has to be geared. Like, I have to get gear on him, because I'm not trolling on this boss. I'm not trolling on this boss. Because that's stupid. Because, yeah, Cruel Exaltation. I guess I could do an Agrith run as a finale. The real thing is trying to make a rank 6 is such an investment. And yet I finally have someone that's someone that's literally worth 6-starring point blank without any question for clan boss, for this exact boss. Because I will be leveling Frozen later, but on the same token, I might actually have Kael in here instead of War Maiden for a while. Because I'll have a War Maiden, not a War Maiden, a Kael and a priest in here at the same time, a monk in here at the same time. Or I have a Kael and a Frozen Banshee in the same team comp. We can try that. Kael Frozen Banshee and Outlaw Monk Frozen Banshee. We now have those options open. But I've got to gear them correctly, which is going to take time and massive amounts of silver. Yes, time and massive amounts of silver. But yeah, because see, none of my poisoners on any of my accounts have reached their final forms. Like, once some of these guys reach their final forms, the numbers on this boss are going to go skyrocketing. And that's a fact. Once I get them up to par. Because it takes a while. Let's be honest here. It takes a while to make a champion, do its job. Because it really is an investment. Every amazing champion that you make is an investment to make them work. And it's a long-term investment as well. Like, I can't just stick them in there. I have to get all their armor and weapons. Like, I can stick them in there if I want to kind of troll the enemy. Mind gaming. The mind games are real. Because they were like, oh, it's a free kill. We win. I'm like, not if your team isn't consolidated itself enough, because I've got 360s. And that should actually nab a lot of these other scrubs who think they have the advantage. Because if you don't have 60s, it's the real test here. If you don't have all 60s, you're not at anywhere near peak performance. On top of that, you're still probably not near peak performance because there's all sorts of upgrades hidden in the woodwork. And that's a fact. There's a lot of upgrades in here. I am thinking of making a balls to the wall team comp for this fight, honestly. Like, just a whole lot of poison stacking with, like, Kael, this guy, Elhain with War Master procs. Yeah, just the raw damage team comp with a bit of Vergus as an ally protect. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, I know decreased defense is one thing, but imagine all that poison ticking on this thing. You burn it down pretty quick. I mean, maybe not as fast as, like, HP burn, But it's very hard to get a champion with HP burn. Let's be real here. Let's be real with everyone. Getting an HP burn champion is incredibly difficult, and most of the best HP burn champions are the hardest to get champions. They're legendaries. Like Drexthar Blood Twin, which I'm still working on this account. But now we're getting into the more serious phase of this fight, where to get to 5 million, you kind of have to last most of the time. That's the truth of it. You have to last all of these turns. That's where all the ranks and upgrades of like poisoners come into play, is around this point in the fight. Because you need your poisoners to really last. That's the crux of it. Because the longer you can make your poisoner last, the more closer. Because see, at this point, right here, is where it's very difficult to get to 6 million. Because every turn past this point, the clan boss gets remarkably more powerful. Because, like, look at that. Like, when he rises up into the air, you know that he's about to do something really awful. That's what you know. His counter attack alone can do 30k. His breath. This is why termite needs breath mints. That right there is why termite needs breath mints. That right there is why termite needs breath mints.